Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
I have coin, I have Enervate. I want a hard mulligan for Astral Communion. Barnes and Wrath are like okay cards to end up with in the opener, but I don't think they're good enough to keep. This is just going to be like any other Druid matchup. Whoever ramps the most is probably going to win. Oh, looks like I'm going to ramp the most. As long as I don't draw dead from this point, I should be okay. Curator is a nice draw. So I get Stranglethorn Tiger and Deathwing. Looks like this probably won't be a Deathwing game. Although if I just draw like Astral next turn, I might just drop Deathwing. Yeah, definitely not going to play it over the Medivh though. So with the Medivh in this deck, if you only need 1 damage, you hero power, attack, and then play the Medivh so you don't waste a weapon charge. I think I made this mistake once in the Brawl.
Where shall I start?
So we're just going to play our biggest dude that doesn't kill the rest of our board. And then push some face damage. Not going to waste... Maybe I should use a weapon. Okay, well he conceded. It's hard to actually get 3 charges worth of value out of the weapon in this deck. Maybe I should have just attacked with it anyway.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
So keep Wild Growth, toss things that aren't ramp. This is the same guy I just played against. Looks like he might get memed again. Although it's not turn 1 Astral. It is a slower Astral this game. Depending on what the game state looks like, I might Nourish instead of Astral. But we'll see next turn. He also has a Wild Growth. If I just play a Wild Growth right here, I can go Cairn next turn and then Ancient of War next turn. I think Wild Growth is better than Astral Communion here. It's less risky, because I have actual plays. Looks like he also has actual plays, though. Azure Drake isn't too big a deal. He can swipe the front half of Cairn, but Cairn should still deal with this guy. I think I'm happy that he drew there instead of going for mana. I would have been a little ashamed if I got out-ramped. So let's just bop this guy and then play a big dude. That's often the correct play in this deck. Kill their dude and then play your biggest dude. He has so many cards in his hand. There's some chance I just die on turn 8 to Malygos, but I have seen a Moonfire. So his max Malygos burst, without Enervates or anything, should be 1 Moonfire, 2 Living Roots. I believe that's 20 damage. I'm gonna try to hold this Moonglade Portal for Malygos, I think. Actually, the Moonglade Portal's really good on War this turn. I might just play it there. Let's start with getting a spell. Let's take Mulch, in case he tries to just, like, drop a Malygos and kill me with it.
None of your business. Behold the rage of the Firelands.
We hunger for vengeance.
A pretty sick hand for Thorson.
I wait for no one.
Well, this guy only has 1 health, so I'll just trade him off instead of trying to make some other cute play.
My hand is too full.
A bit scary. A bit lucky. Let's look for a big minion I can play here. I have to play Mulch this turn, so I don't have the 9 for that guy. I think I'll take the card. I'm not low enough to be worried about my health total. Oh boy. Alright, so that's both Moonfires down. Let's play stuff here.
Tonight, a tale of glory.
Give me a rag.
The menagerie is for guests only. My hand is too full.
They're on 13 more cards than me.
Where shall I start? The land serves me.
I don't really want to play Geddon here, so I'm going to draw with Nourish. Let's just clear efficiently and play a Tiger.
Do not touch.
On with the show.
Let's just kill this guy off and play our biggest dude. Could have also tried to heal this guy up, but I have a much stronger play with Yashiraj.
Almost out of cards.
It's one of the best targets.
The feast of souls begins now.
His Malagos does like 0 damage now. You should still have giants.
I can see.
Why didn't he play any giants there? Memed him twice.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Oh shit. Is this the dog?
I must protect the wild.
Let's see if we can drop a meme on the streamer. Come on, Astral. None of these cards are really that good. I guess I'll just take the Naturalize. The 3/2 Panther does nothing against a Control Warrior. I'm assuming Dog's not playing like Pirate Warrior or some shit. The fuck is this? I guess I'll just take the Mulch. There we go. That's a ramp card. Looks like I'm innervating War into Karen Bloodhoof. So I can choose to save my Innervate here, if I want to just like play out the Stranglethorn Tiger instead of the Ancient of War. But the Innervate doesn't really get that much better. If I play the Tiger here, I mean, I guess it is immune to like Shield Slam and stuff like that, but I would probably just want to attack with it the turn after I played it. If I play a War, he can actually still just kill it with Shield Slam. He'd have to use the weapon, but I'm sure he doesn't mind that. The Innervate can allow me to play like double 6-drop in the same turn.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah, I'll just play the Tiger. Maybe he'll think I'm Beast Druid with the worst draw ever. A card like Yashiraj is also a reason to save the Innervate last turn, because I can play that card on 8 instead of 10. Attacking with the Tiger there does chip his armor enough that it doesn't die to just Shield Slam. If I play anything else into this board, it makes his Brawl pretty good, so I might just draw with Nourish here. I could try to like not draw cards and take him to Fatigue, but I have so many threats in my deck, I don't think that's necessary. As long as I have threats I can keep playing, it should be good enough.
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas is annoying. I can make him overdraw 2 cards with Naturalize. If I'm not taking him to Fatigue, that doesn't really matter. But the Naturalize will put me ahead in Fatigue, actually. I can actually play my own Sylvanas, Naturalize it, and steal his Sylvanas. It's not, like, great, because I have to spend my Sylvanas and then I have 3 things on board. It's a pretty good Brawl for him. But anything that survives the Brawl is pretty good for me. And I think any other way to deal with his Sylvanas is kind of awkward. So I'll just steal it. Steal it and punch him. War Axe was not a good card to overdraw. There's actually some reason to innervate out the hero power here. I don't think it's necessary though. Ironforge Portal's a decent overdraw. I kind of expected the Brawl here, but whatever. Karin was probably the worst one to survive, because now I only have 1 body on board instead of 2. Oh, the Rag is good here. And also just innervate out the Yashiraj. By Rag, I set him to 4. If he can't deal with the Rag, he's just dead. But if he can't deal with the Yashiraj, he's also just dead. Let's go with Yashiraj. I just saw a Brawl. And if he Brawls and, like, Yashiraj lives, then Ragnaros just actually kills him next turn. Kinda sucks that he had the second Brawl, but I think if not Karin wins, then Rag does it. Shield slamming the Karin, huh? Well, I guess now's Rag time. He's not gonna have any armor, so it's gonna be difficult to shield slam it. Big Game Hunter. Well, Geddon's not lethal, but it does kill the Big Game Hunter. Sets him to 1. Unfortunately, if he can kill Geddon, I don't really have any damage in my deck. Playing this list, huh? There's not really much point in playing the Wild Growth here. Nothing I draw into is going to be that significant. So I guess I just drop Ancient of War and punch him in the face. As soon as he can't answer one of my minions, he should die. Am I scared of Bran? I think Bran is mostly just in that deck for the Cold Light. So I can go Ancient of War plus Wrath on the 3/3, or I can go Sunwalker Wrath on the Bran and then hero power it down. That's only if I'm actually scared of the Bran.
Time waits for no one.
I'm not entirely sure what's in his deck, so I'm a little bit scared of the Bran. Maybe I shouldn't be. The Sunwalker doesn't threaten lethal though, but if he can't answer it, I should be fine. Just keep playing stuff onto the board. He's out of brawls. Wow, he didn't even kill it. Why didn't he kill it? Well, I guess I'm just gonna drop War, Wrath off his bigger dude, and punch him for 4. I don't really see much reason to kill the Murloc. It's not like he's playing buffs, he's played both brawls. Hopefully he's not playing Youthful Brewmaster. Shield Slam? Oh, Execute. So that's definitely 2 Executes, and I know he's played 1 Shield Slam. I don't remember if he's played 2 Shield Slams. Probably should have been paying attention to that. We're getting pretty close to Fatigue. I'm really far ahead in Fatigue though, so it shouldn't matter too much if I play the Curator here. I'm not crazy about playing Sogoth here since he has 5 power on board already. Shouldn't be that difficult for him to deal with it. I could also just go Barnes Thorson. Barnes doesn't pull a good target. If I don't play it now, it might not pull any targets. Thorson is pretty good with this hand, I guess. It's actually not even that great. Let's just go Barnes Thorson, put a couple guys on board. I mean, I'm sure this guy's just gonna trade into Thorson, but that's kinda fine. Well, this is why we picked Mulch. So hopefully he doesn't get something ridiculous. And should be hard for him to deal with Sogoth with no board. In before Black Knight off Mulch. I'm actually pretty low on threats at this point. I guess I still have the 2 Moonglade portals in my deck, those are threats. But Deathwing can't be played until the very end. Yogg is really bad in Fatigue. And Curator is just kind of a 4/6 taunt. Wow, he quit. Sogoth too strong.